Does anyone have any injuries that I should be made aware of? Perfect. If it's anything that doesn't feel comfortable for your class, just please let me know. I'll point out a few safety features of the reformer. So your foot bar is down at the moment. To amend that, we just hold here and that into the hook and then to release. When we are changing springs, if I can please ask that we always have one spring attached at all times, it will just make sure that your carriage doesn't drag away from yourself. Again, when we're getting onto the carriage, if I can always have 3 points of contact, so whether that's hand, hand, bum, hand, knee, just always remember the 3 points of contact. Perfect, so we're going to start on our short box, so if everyone can take up their blocks. And we'll have all springs on, so I'm going to just make sure that we have all springs. So all springs on and foot bar down, please. So remember the 3 points of contact, we're going to take a seat on our short box, so we can do exactly so hand, and step on. The reason for the all springs is just to take that resistance so that it doesn't. We can place our feet underneath our foot straps, so just make sure that the leg is in for everyone. Perfect, so that just gives you a little bit more security just when we are doing our exercises. We're going to take an in breath, we're going to place our hands on our hips. Shoulders relaxed and down, eye gaze forward. Imagine your chin is balancing on a shelf. We're going to have evenly weight distributed on our sit bones. And I think we're all slightly forward, that's perfect. We're going to inhale to prayer, exhale. On this exhale, we're going to tilt our pelvis up. So we're creating that shape in our spine as we start to roll down slightly. So imagine each vertebra is coming off of the box. So exhale, tilt the pelvis as we start to roll down. Just trust that the foot strap has got you. Perfect. Remember to breathe, focus on that core engagement, stop where it's comfortable, and then exhale, bring it back up to center. So the breath is super important here. So we're going to inhale, exhale as you roll, take an in breath. Exhale, extend back up. Perfect. Again, just focusing on your alignment, having your shoulders down, away, maintaining the eye gaze forward. Now on this, so come back up, perfect. On this next exhale, when you go down, just try and go slightly further. If it feels comfortable, you can move your hands to your shoulders or your temples, but whatever is comfortable for you. Really focus on tilting that pelvis up to create that bend. Perfect. We'll do one more of those. And back up. Now next, we're going to sit tall. Again, if you want to have your hands on your hips, you can do. Otherwise, feel free to move them to your shoulders or your temples. And we're going to go into a flat back hinge. So legs can be slightly more straight than they were before for the round back. Whatever's comfortable for you. We're going to sit again higher, sit bones, really lengthen through that spine. We're going to inhale to prayer, exhale, extend through the spine, so it's a hinge back. So try and focus on that straight back this time. So again, we're going to inhale, exhale, hinge back from the hips. Imagine your hips are the roots of a tree. They're just they're just not moving from that position here. Hips forward, again, the alignment that we spoke about, bringing that core engagement in. And then again, if it feels comfortable, you can use your hands crossed or in front. So the main thing here is your breath work and that core engagement. This is really going to strengthen your core. Just one more in one time. Lovely. Inhale, exhale through that straw. And just the control as you come back up is super important. Perfect. So now we're going to do what we did in our opening. So it's hands to sternum. We're going to do some spine twists. This time, what we're going to do is when we twist, we're going to twist for 3 breaths. So we're going to inhale to prepare, exhale, twist 3 rounds. Perfect. So inhale to prepare, Exhale, twist to the right hand side for 3, and return. And that, remember, hips forward, knees hip distance apart. Sorry. I'm actually going to put a ball just here for you, gentlemen, right now. Perfect. Lovely. So remember, hips forward at all times. Now the roots of the tree, they won't move. Allowing that breath to guide you around. If it is more comfortable, you can remove your feet from the straps, your butts entirely trips out. Perfect. So your main focus here is stabilising that pelvic area. We'll do one more. Hopefully this will fire into your obliques as well as you twist. Beautiful. Perfect. So when we're done from here, we can remove our feet from the straps. We're going to safely come off the carriage, remember the 3 points of contact. And we are going to bring our short box to a long box. So to do that, we're just going to twist it around against the shoulder pads. Now we might need to move your back a little bit just with the stop. Or you roll actually over that. What I'm going to do is just, oh, you've got this one. So this little straw here. It's just for this next one. They can stay like that just now, so I'm going to change it things anyway. We can leave this on one red and one blue spring, please. Or one red. We're going to do some upper work to one red. Let's try that first. Yep. No, yours, I'd already done yours well first, that's alright. Thank you. So, we are going to sorry, one second. Yes, so we're going to come on, we're going to face this way. So using 3 points of contact, so for me I would do hand, hand and then lean. And we're going to come over with your sternum, your ribs just over here. Okay. So, sorry, you just change your box to long box. I guess shoulder pads again. And we're going to keep, remember, focus on this alignment. So we're going to have our legs adducted, so drawn together, maintaining that neutral spine. We can have our arms by our side, eye gaze down. We're going to take hold of our strap, so I would go into your short loop, which is, sorry, John, I'll just use yours as a demonstration here, which is this short one here. And I would actually go in and I would probably hold on to the rope just for extra stability here. Perfect. Lovely. So focusing on those inner thighs adducted, keep them close together, arms and short strap, draw the arms back and then with the shoulder. How does that tension feel? Alright? Do you feel more? Perfect, okay, so you want to change it?
It looks good.
Or do you want to try one and then see?
Yeah, we'll try.
Okay, so you're going to draw your arms back in line with your shoulder, and then we are going to. You okay?
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Oh, it's just your pads moved slightly. Okay. Just put all the pieces. Okay, so we're going to inhale, we're going to extend through the spine. So have your arms in line here. Yeah, exactly. So it's really that spinal extension here. So inhale, bring it back in. Exhale, extend through that spine. How does that feel?